Vasishta continued, "What else is there in this world, O Ram, except eating, drinking and sex? Hence, what is there in this world that a wise man would find worthy of seeking? This world of 5 elements and the body composed of flesh, blood, hair and all the rest of it are considered real by the ignorant, and they exist for his entertainment. The wise see in all this an impermanent and unreal but terrible poison." It's rather like alcohol. I mean, alcohol is a poison, but it can be a lot of fun, and it's got its own attractions, and so it is with the world. It's got its appeal, it's got its attractions, but when you start looking into it, you see that basically you're on automatic. Your attention's being diverted by this, by that, and it's a never-ending cycle. And when you start to realise this, you think, well, hang on, let's just take a look at this. You might not even feel very happy about it. You might feel deep inside that you know you're not in control. You know that the wool's been pulled over your eyes, but you don't quite know what to do about it. And so you just throw yourself into even more. This is the cycle, this is the pattern. But there's an option. There's the option of waking up to it. And the wise are those that have woken up to the impermanence and the unreality of what most people consider real. Basically, what's being poisoned is your sense of being, the sense of your true identity. Rama asked, as he usually does, by the destruction of all notions, when the mind regains the state of the Creator himself, how does the notion of the world arise in it? And this is the Rama question again. And there's a little point I'd like to make here. I mean, what Rama is asking here is, how does the world arise in the perfect mind of the Creator? The world that is imperfect, how does it arise in the world of the Creator? And the equivalent to this is, this is a problem because of the liberated mind. It's assumed that the liberated mind, once liberated, is always liberated. And it seems to me that this problem that Rama keeps asking about is suggesting the opposite. There is always the potential for giving rise to new conditioning. There's no such thing as final liberation. This is the possibility I'm going to put here, that there's always a tendency to get caught up in the world. In fact, I remember there was a story about a Buddhist sage who went up a mountain and meditated for 20 years, reached enlightenment, and then came down to the local village, and then fell madly in love with the first young girl that he saw. The idea here being that the potential is always there. It doesn't go away. It's always there, presenting itself to us, tempting us, if you like to think in these terms. And the state of enlightenment is not a passive state. It's one of ongoing activity in the face of that temptation to believe the notions that the mind is presenting to us. The mind is always presenting these notions, whether you're liberated or not. The liberated one is the one who sees what's happening and knows how not to engage with these. But it's probably impossible to maintain the 100% effort, and there will be lapses. And these lapses are what we can call creation. These are lapses in Brahma, the Creator God. The creation is a lapse in Brahma. Brahma is no different from Maya. Maya is what creates the world. Maya is delusion. So Brahma and Maya are the same. So now we've got Vasishta's answer, which is one of these rather unconvincing ones in terms of Hindu metaphysics, but let's go for it. Rama, the firstborn creator, on arising from the womb of the infinite consciousness, uttered the sound Brahma. Hence he is known as Brahma the Creator. So the idea here is that this is the first notion, the first form and name, if you like, Brahma. It's a bit like the bootstrap process in loading a computer, as I mentioned before. It's a bit like lifting yourself up by your bootstraps. That's where the term booting up your computer comes from. Because a computer is a piece of hardware, it's got no software in it. But somehow it has to get the idea, if you like, that it's got a bit of software in it, which will then load other software into it. And then you've got your operating system, and then it will start going. And so this is a bit like Brahma, is a bit like the bootstrap loader program. Hence he is known as Brahma the Creator. This Creator first entertained the notion of light, and light came into being. In that light he visualized his own cosmic body, and this came into being, from the brilliant sun to the diverse objects that fill the space. He contemplated the same light as of infinite sparks, and all these sparks became diverse beings. Surely it is the cosmic mind alone that has become this Brahma, and all the other beings. Whatever this Brahma created in the beginning is seen even today. This unreal world has acquired substantiality on account of the persistence of the notion of its existence. All the beings in this universe sustain it by their own notions and ideas. After creating the universe by his own thought force, the Creator reflected thus: I have created all this by the power of a little agitation in the cosmic mind. I've had enough of it. It will now perpetuate itself. Let me rest. Contemplating thus, Brahma the Creator rested in his own self in deep meditation. Brahma doesn't seem to have been too interested in creation or in creating. Then, out of compassion for the created beings, the Creator revealed the scriptures which treat of self-knowledge. Once again he became absorbed in the knowledge of his own self, which is beyond all concepts and descriptions. This indeed is the highest state of the Creator, Brahmi Sthiti. From there on, created beings acquired the character of the things with which they associated. By associating with the good, they become good, and those who are associated with the worldly become worldly. Thus one gets bound to this world appearance, and thus one is liberated too. Awareness takes on the quality of that which it associates with, or it takes on the quality of that of which it is aware. So if awareness can take on a quality of itself, that is liberation.